Hello, YouTube and Universe. Welcome to Starstorm Productions. I'm your host, Morro, here to bring you everything new on your favorite brands and more. And today, we'll be taking a look at some new stuff for No.1 Sentai Gozyuger. But before we begin, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification so you don't miss another video like this. Because it may be a small click for you guys, but it's a big help for me and the channel. Thank you. And without further ado, let's begin. Now, we got a ton of stuff that came out recently. First off, let's talk about the rings first, since I feel like those who like collecting them, you guys are the best, because you got some good rings right now. For the first ring set I want to talk about, we have the Go-Go 5 ring and the Gozyuger ring. Starting off with the Go-Go 5 ring, I really like how it looks. Of course, we have Go-Go Red, because, you know, all the Universe Warriors are Red Rangers right now. And we have his main mecha, and it looks good together. And I love the fire coming off of it. I wonder what it looks like in its deactivated form, though, because I would love to see how that would look. And all in all, it looks pretty good, and I won't complain about it. Then we have one of my favorite seasons, that being Gozyugers. And Toku Ichigo looks cool on this. Of course, we have the rainbow line on there, the main mecha of the series, and Toku Ichigo on the back. And I love how it looks. I love all the sparkles around it, which could represent the imagination that each of the kids have in Gozyugers, because if you don't know, the Gozyugers are children. But all in all, it looks pretty good, and I'm definitely getting this one. Another ring set I'm getting is the Shikenger and the Go Buster ring set. Now, starting off with Go Busters, even though Go Busters isn't one of my favorite seasons, it's still pretty good, and I'm definitely getting it for it. Now, for the design of the ring, it has the main henshin device, I can't remember the actual name of it, but it's a wristwatch where when you press the button, the visor comes out. And of course, we have Red Buster. Ooh, I got all the names confused for a second. We have Go Buster right behind it with the blue all around it. And it looks pretty good. I wonder what the deactivated form looks like, as I said, because we don't have any of the deactivated forms, but it looks good. But the main one, Shinken Red, who has recently appeared in the show, actually. Now, originally it was Goju Unicorn's sister, but right now, as we speak, it is Fire Candle. And oh, that fits perfectly. And I'm definitely getting it because it ties into the latest episodes. But anyway, for the design of it, of course, we have the red mecha for the season. I can't remember what the names, but I know they're origami. Then we have Shinken Red, of course. And it looks pretty good. I love the fire erupting from it. It just looks amazing. And yeah, that's really it for this ring set. And for the final normal ring set, we have the Pod Ranger versus Pato Ranger ring set. Lupin Ranger versus Pato Ranger. I said Pato Ranger twice. Oh, anyway, starting off with the Lupin Rangers, the better ones, we have Lupin Red and his mecha, the Jet. I can't remember. I think it was a dial thing. I can't remember for sure. I will have to look back on the season. But anyway, we got Lupin Red turning his back towards us, his back's toward us, and he turns his head to face up. Man, what is with my words today? Lupin Red has his back towards us, and he turns his head to look at us, which looks pretty cool. And as I said, we have his mecha, the Jet, and it's flying over the clouds, which looks pretty cool. And then for the Power Rangers, we have Patan Ichigo with his mecha going through the city. And yeah, I like these rings. I'm going to try to get all of them if I can. And oh no, it looks pretty good. Now, moving to other rings, we have the first couple Goju Polar rings, which, they look cool. Of course, as you know, if you've seen Gozyuger so far, Goju Polar has the ability to turn normal rings into Goju Polar rings. Though I don't know if they have any different effects so far because we haven't seen him use any yet. And these are new for him, and two of them, Quan has them. Gerudo. So does he fight Gerudo again and gets these rings? Because if he does, that's going to be interesting. Now, starting off with the Gokaiger and Boom Boomger rings, they look pretty good. I don't really know what to say. Though, I like how they're different because instead of having their mecha, they have or a device they use, they have the season's logo on it. And as you can see, it looks like ice is moving towards the Red Ranger on it. Which I'm really interested to see how that plays in the series, if I'm being honest. Now, on the rings, you can actually see the name of it, like Kaitsen Sentai, which is the Pirate Sentai, and Bakuai Tire. Ooh, Bakuai Sentai. Ooh, what is wrong with me today? And yeah, both of these look good. And for the other Goju pulling rings, we have the Zyuranger ring and Hurricaneger ring. And they look good. Have their logos on it. The Zyuranger logo with all 5 dinosaurs and the Hurricaneger logo. And yeah, it looks good and I can't complain about it. Now, we also have more rings, which, how many rings are we getting? Even though I'm happy for them, it's just like, that's a lot of rings. Anyway, we have the power-up rings, which I don't know where these are coming from since they weren't really shown off in the season yet. Though I'm wondering what they will do. Now, for the first set, taking a look at the box, for the ranger it comes with, it has Goju Wolf. Then it has all the past rangers behind him, starting off with Zyuranger, Deca Ranger, Gokai Red, Red Buster, Kuryu Red, Lupin Red, Pata Ichigo, and Ryusou Red. And all their power-up rings look amazing together. Now, it's basically similar to the Polar Rings, where it just has the team logos and the Rangers on behind it. Now, of course, with Zyuranger, it has the Dragon Shield all the way to Ryusoldier, where they had that cloak ability. I don't really remember what it was called, though. But all of them look good. I especially wanted for Kiryu Red because it's the festival one of my favorite power-ups in the season. And I will also love to get the Gokaiger one because it represents the anniversary power-up that they got recently, which was amazing to see. And all in all, I love the whole set. And I think I know how they'll play into the show because of one of the reveals they'll talk about later. Now, for the next ring set, it's basically the other super rings. And for their box, it has Goju Leon on it. And a ton of my other favorite characters. That being Maji Red. I always forget what you call the Red Ranger, Bokenger. Shinken Red. Gosei Red. Kirame Red. Don Momotaro. Kugare Oger. And Boon Red. Boon Red, but yeah. And their rings look good too. I love how they have all their emblems in. The ones I want specifically from these, Shinken Red, Gosei Red, Don Momotaro, and Kugare Oger, since those are my favorites out of these sets. I don't know. It's just something about how they look. But all in all, they all look good, and I know some people have their own opinions on them. And yeah, I can't complain about them. Now, that's it for all the rings. Took us a while to get through that. Now, let's go on for the bigger reveal, that being the Silver Tegasword. Now, I've been waiting for this to come out for a little bit. On the box, we got Universe Warrior Kugale Oger. We also have Tyranno Ranger Don Momotaro, Gal Red, and the Red Racer. And I can't lie, the box art looks good with all those Rangers on it. Now, for the main event, we got the Silver Tegasword. And as I said, I've been waiting for this to come out because I feel like they should have made it with the original Tegasword came out as well. Because I wanted them for some of the cosplays I've been working on, but no, I had to wait till now to get it. But it still looks good. It's basically just a Silver Tegasword, nothing really interesting. Though I like how it's lore implemented because we have a silver Goju Wolf ring and a gray Tegasword red ring. Basically because, the Silver Tegosaur was Tegosaur's original dormant state in episode 1. So it's good to see that kind of reference. And with that reference, we can actually and of course, we could turn him into the Red Tegosaur, but it's more like a statue this time around because, as I said, it's the dormant state of Tegosaur. So it's still pretty good. And of course, we get all the sounds that we got from the original with all of our rings. And all in all, I'm really happy to finally get this. Now that's it for the Silver Tegosaur. Let's move on to the next and final item, that being the DX Wild Gozyuger Wolf power-up set. And honestly, it looks good. But before we talk about the set, let's talk about Wild Gozyuger Wolf because he just looks amazing. I mean, look at this. I love how it just turns him gold. And yeah, with the Orc Blaster and the new ring all together, it just looks perfect. Now, let's actually talk about the power-up set. Starting off with the Wild Gozyuger Wolf ring. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And I love how it looks. It's basically just a bulky little ring. And when you press out on the sides, 2 fins come out. And then you put it in. Another thing you can do is you can lift up the gold part on it. And it kind of makes it look like it has a targeting system. Which is pretty cool. But other than that, it's just a new ring. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Now for the main event, the DX Orc Booster 50. Ooh, this thing looks amazing. Now, I don't really know what to say about it. It kind of reminds me of the Boon 119 blaster that came out for, Boon Boonger. And yeah, I stand on that. It looks very similar to it. Though it basically just turns into an Orca. Now, one thing I do like about it, it can actually fit all 5 of the Tegosaur rings on top, and it makes it like a powered-up blast, which is pretty cool. Now, it also combines with the Tegosaur that I don't know what formation this will be called, and the ring you use it looks pretty cool. I don't have a clear okay, there we go, found the image, but it looks good. And it basically gives Tegosaur a big visor with a little crescent on top of it. And yeah, it looks good. And because, it could fit all 5 Tegosaur rings on it, you could put that on the back where the little gold ring goes on top. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And it also comes with a special ring that just has Gozyuger Wolf and it turns into Wild Gozyuger Wolf. And oh no, that's really it when it comes to this set. And of course, you can buy them separately, but if you want the special ring, you'll have to buy the complete set. Now, I'm buying them separately because the complete set is sold out on most of the things, so bummer. But yeah, other than that, that's really it when it comes to everything that's being released for Gozyuger. Tell me in the comments, how do you guys feel about them? And if that's everything, that's a wrap. Fade to black.